Hi everybody, I'm SK from thehauntedgrounds.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make some simple, inexpensive eyeballs for your props. Now you'll need only a few items here to get this project started. You'll need a couple of wooden balls, 1 inch, available at just about any hobby store. You'll need some red and some white acrylic hobby paint. You'll need a couple of paint brushes, a nice small detailing brush and a wider brush would be fine. You'll need a glue stick, some Mod Podge gloss sealer, and you'll need a sheet of the Prop Eyez printable irises available on the Haunted Grounds website. One other thing you may want to look into is some sort of a stand to hold these eyeballs up while you're trying to paint them. This is just a piece of scrap wood with a couple of pieces of wire coat hanger stuck into it. So with all our materials in place, come on over and we'll get started. The first thing that we need to do is drill a small hole in each one of these wooden balls and mount them onto the holder. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably looking at the size of the 1 inch balls and thinking that they're much too small. In reality, the human eye is a tiny bit smaller than 1 inch, so there's no need to buy the next size larger just to be sure. With them in place, it's time to start painting. We're going to give each of these eyes a coat of, or a few coats of white paint. And once the white paint is dry, we're going to add some red to the back of the eyes where the eye muscles would attach. And with a broad tip brush or a piece of sponge, we're going to dry brush the back of the eye, slowly fading the color out as you get closer to the halfway point. And once that's finished, we need to add the irises to the eyes. Cut out the iris colors that you want, leaving a small amount of white all the way around. And then with a pair of scissors, make a few slits all the way into the eye, or into the pupil. And what this will do is this will allow the pupil to mold itself over the round surface of the eye without rippling. So with your glue stick, you're going to apply a good amount of glue to the back of the iris, and we're going to stick that right to the center of the eyeball. You can take these eyes right off of here and roll them around on the cardboard or on the table surface, whatever you're doing your project on, and that'll help push it down nice and flat. And you can see there it sits nicely over that. And we'll do this for the other eye. And they don't need to be perfect, as close to the center as possible, but we're not making watches, so as long as they're pretty close, they should be good enough. And with those, now it'll be time for the first coat of Mod Podge. You're going to take your Mod Podge and you're going to paint a good coat on with a broad tip brush, and you're going to let that dry. Okay, now that our first coat of Mod Podge is dry, it's time to add the veins of the eyes. And this is optional depending on what you're going to use your eyes for. If you're actually filling this in with flesh over the top and bottom of the eyes, chances are you're not going to see this. So this is, again, just like the other red, this is optional. I'm just doing this ahead of time on these because I don't know what I'm going to use them for. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our fine tipped brush here and just dip it in the red paint here, and we're just going to add some little veins here, almost up to the iris. Okay, with the veins added, the last step is to add 2 more coats of Mod Podge. Now, the last coat of Mod Podge should be thinned down a little bit with water, and that'll help leave a glassy coating on the eyes. That'll leave them nice and shiny and keep them looking very realistic. So we'll finish this up and we'll be back just a minute. And there you have it. We've just created a set of realistic eyeballs that can be used in any number of different Halloween props, among other things. From thehauntinggrounds.com, I'm SK.
And I'm Cody.
Thanks for watching.